and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Chris Middleton.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation. And he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. Harrison out there with Anderson. Then it's Levins. And it's Jefferson in at the two-guard spot. And for the Wizards, we've got Johnson. Chris Middleton is out there with Kispert. Then there's Marvin Bagley. And it's McCollum in at the point guard. So the Sonics win the tip. Tim, as you evaluate the standings every morning in the NBA, how do you go about personally evaluating where teams are and where they could go?
Well, if you want to look at it in the micro, I like 5-game splits. The macro for me would be 10-game splits, but it really gives you a feel, Kevin, for how your guys are performing lately.
Is that how teams break seasons down into 5 or 10-game splits as they go through the 82?
It's typically, Kevin, what they like to do because I think it helps players compartmentalize what is in front of them, and it helps you focus much more clearly because it's a shorter sample size.
That's interesting. Levins kicks to Jefferson. Cranes the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice dribble.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a three-point game. Johnson, a wide-open look. No good from outside. Jefferson with it. Now defended by McCollum. Back to Anderson. Harrison scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Dermanenko. Washington with the rebound.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
And here's Johnson outside. Good on the three-point shot.
Right there, they served it up to Johnson just the way he likes it.
You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
It's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend. Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Middleton. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Levins with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. To the wing on the left. Back to Jefferson. Harrison passes to Levins. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards trailed by 4. A shot by Middleton, wide open. The Wizards with another miss. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. 1:53 left in the first quarter. And the basket by Dermanenko.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Now here's Levins. He is guarded by McCollum. A 3 from Anderson. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. McCollum dishes to Bagley. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Seattle leading by 4. Outside for Jefferson. Now here's Levins. He is guarded by McCollum. Jefferson with the 3. That shot off. The Wizards shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Middleton outside. Three-pointer. Germanenko with the rebound. The Supersonics have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Back to Harrison. Pass to Levins. Now, here's Germanenko. Outside Jefferson. Rebound by Kispert. McCollum outside for 3. No good there. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Harrison, and he goes in for the dunk.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
And so it's Seattle with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Supersonics.
I like how they work the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
On the court for Seattle, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Jefferson, and it's Dawkins, then it's Reynolds, and it's Galloway in at the 5. Here's Whitmore, and it's good, 2 points. Whitmore's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Washington. Pass to Dawkins, back to Dinwiddie. To the left wing, Jefferson, that's for 2. The rebound by Carrington.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington, trailing by 5. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And, you know, you have to feel terrible about how that thing turned out. I mean, the game was really going about as expected until they just gave up that huge surge there late in the game, totally lost momentum, and ended up losing that.
Coulibaly finds Johnson, and pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Here's Jefferson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jefferson's got 5.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Here's McCollum. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Bagley, he's checked in for Washington. Harrison's checked in for Seattle. Levins comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Seattle leading by 5. Pass to Reynolds. The 3. They get it back. It's stolen by Bagley. Buries it down low. George has got his first basket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Guys?
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Johnson kicks to Middleton. Bagley sends a screen for Middleton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Levins with it. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Trailblazers in Portland. The Sonics have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Throw good, Levins. Kisper's checked in for George. And both free throws good for Levins. Wizards trail by 5. Pass to Bagley. Inside. Finished off by Bagley.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And Levins throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Wizards have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Middleton outside. Johnson outside. Lets it go from deep. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket for Middleton.
And how smooth is that jumper? Middleton making it look easy from the corner.
With the drive, and Levins throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see you. That's your point guard getting up.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Anderson wide open, buries the long-range jumper. Anderson's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Here's Johnson. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Anderson outside. Pass to Reynolds. Back to Anderson. Harrison kicks to Anderson. Here's Reynolds. Goes up with the stripe. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one.
The previous play is under review.
Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Sonics lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
Well, it's always an honor to be selected, especially if it's your first All-Star game. It's just a sign of respect.
And some newbies trying to make their case. A couple of great candidates out there trying to close strong. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for Seattle.
Let me tell you guys, there's nothing better than playing well on the road and hearing that silence.
Yeah, in many ways, they've looked like the more comfortable team. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Chris Middleton, C.J. McCollum out there with Johnson. Then it's Bagley, and it's Kispert in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. The open shot by Johnson, and it's Levins with the rebound.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Pass to Harrison, back to Anderson. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. There's Harrison. Now Levins. Rebound by Johnson. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
One shot.
And that one falls for Middleton.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
And that one's good, Levin.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Break in the action. Let's look at the stats for Chris Middleton. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
Yeah, truthfully, I think his numbers are fine, but in talking to him, he thinks they should be even better.
Wizards trail by 4. Johnson outside. Now, here's Kispert. Nothing on the board. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. Over Jefferson. Johnson can't get it to go. Seattle leading by 4. And there's the drive. And Levins throws it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Johnson outside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
High skill level for Johnson. It didn't matter what the defense did there. He was getting it to go.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 1, Johnson.
That's good from Johnson.
And when you think of promising young scorers, Trey Johnson has to come to mind quickly. This rookie has major upside in that category.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Wizards. It's a 5-point game. Takes a 3. And it's Levins with the rebound.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Here's McCollum. And another miss by Washington. Sonics leading by 7. Here's Jefferson. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Harrison with the rebound. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And Jefferson gets double-teamed. Pass to Harrison. And here is Jefferson. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jefferson's got the lead up to 10 now for Seattle.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And Washington making a change. Carrington's checked in. And then for Seattle, Galloway's checked in. And it's Reynolds and for Anderson. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Johnson outside. To halt the run. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And now that's 1 3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those 3-point opportunities.
It's stolen by Bagley. George is checked in for Washington.
Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Wizards, number 18, Bilal.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Middleton. Rebound by the Sonics. Levins got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Jefferson. The rebound by Middleton.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Kispert finds Carrington. Now Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Wizards need to get a shot off here. It's good.
Something you'd like to see more of from Johnson. The rookie can't do it all on his own out there.
Here's Levins. He's got 18. Pass to Harrison. He can't get it to go. Great D that time for Middleton. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Johnson outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Whenever he gets the ball, Johnson wants to score, and that compromises the defender.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
That free throw, no good. So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw, good. Here's Dinwiddie. Hasn't made one yet. Reynolds passes to Dawkins. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. The third quarter comes to a close. Sonics ahead, leading by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And on the floor for Seattle here in the 4th, we've got Reynolds. Jefferson is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Dawkins, and it's Galloway in at the 5, down low. A 3 from McCollum. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Wizards trailed by 4. Here's McCollum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Dawkins. Back to Dinwiddie. Now here's Jefferson. To the inside. Galloway with the bucket. And the Sonics lead by 4.
And the D not really doing its job here. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Dinwiddie against McCollum. Now Carrington. And Jefferson sends it back. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams that are going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Bagley, he's checked in for Carrington. The Supersonics also with the sub. Levins is checked in. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's Coulibaly. The Wizards with another miss. Seattle leading by 4. Jefferson passing to Reynolds. Back to Jefferson. Pass to Levins. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Back to Whitmore. Launches a 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your average wing. It's a different type of matchup.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Seattle?
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
No good on the free throw. Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. Johnson comes in for Coulibaly. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And he nails the third.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Wizards trail by 6. Johnson diving in. The putback saves him with the putback.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses.
Here's Dinwiddie. It's stolen by Bagley. And here comes the break. 11 feet away. Doesn't get that one. Seattle leading by 4. Off the glass.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Washington making a change here. Middleton's checked in, and the Supersonics making a change here. Here's Johnson.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes.
Here's Bagley. Shoot from 12. No good. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And Jefferson sends it back. Rips it down with 2 hands.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
On the wing, Johnson, defended by Jefferson. On the wing, Johnson. Great D. That forced that miss.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Supersonics.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Just 5 to shoot. Cleared away by Bagley. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Good on the basket. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here is Jefferson. Anderson outside. Driving inside. Layup, no good. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Second team foul. At the line for 3, Middleton.
So the first of 3 is good, and that brings them within single digits. He makes the second free throw, and that brings them within 8. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that narrows the gap to 7. From way back. And so it's Seattle winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to to close out a significant win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present our player of the game.